So guys, so not the best direction for you. Check the airspace. Good look now. We've got a nice, albeit chilly, winter breeze. Should go more southwest ish later on. So I thought I'd take a wee trip up the coast rather than the drive similar distance either inland and north, rather northwest, or across the Fife. Checking the airspace, fix hazards, movable hazards, the key one. Check your hydration levels, general energy levels. Gloves are over there, you check. And harness to settle. Right. Got a good breeze down here. We got the speed system. Not checked the top yet, but this time of year there's not usually crops in the field. Usually just stubble, but make sure, check that sort of thing. Airspace, good look round. Check the overhead as well. Insulation, tactile, visual, audio check. So there. Check the airspace. Slight altitude thing, so we'll launch the left wing slightly early. There we go. Using the wing, vectored lift, using the wing to take me up the slope. Coming up here first gives me good escape routes. Nope, see the field. So they do actually have some winter crop in the far side, bare at this point. Mainly harness control, cycles. Backtrack up the wall. There we go. Check the air. Yeah, that's fine. Just a wee adjustment on the harness. Just landed. Yes, yes. Yep, right. There's a circuit breaker inside the box. What time you go be there till today? Or do you want this or was this evening better for you so you can get up and running again? Okay, okay, I'll give you a shout once I'm heading back to Dundee. Okay, yeah. Okay, bye. Right. So that's first person ever to fly tandem with me. He's also one of my customers as well as being a friend. I run his website. We do a lot of engineering stuff for the company. So Blacklaw Quad Trekking. Kind of office on the hillside. It's the joy of being on call 24 hours a day, but you can still get lots of flying in. Okay, check the airspace. Harness control mainly. Side slip the glider round, recheck. Harness to settle and surge. As it comes down, brakes on. You want to have a good look at the path which is outside, so if necessary, walk up so you can see further along. So on public sites, it's all about the public, keeping them safe. So we've got a couple along there with the dog, dropping the weight under the wing. Okay. So we'll get, maybe that was about 8, possibly even as much as 10 feet of the right wing had gone. So this direction and relatively low tide, cold air but the sun on the beach, rocks, the road, the seawall. Yep, there we go again. Big changes in the air. And again, big lot of tip collapsing. So generally speaking, we find that we get far more turbulent air flying coastal sites than we do inland sites. One of the reasons for that, of course, is that often you're at the coastal sites because it's not suitable for being inland. So there, yep, again. Clear. Right. So, cut along to the main ridge if we get good lift for a flight. A lot of control needed on the wing here, a lot of harness movement. Checking the airspace. Right, launching. Yeehaw! Cross downwind beat. Bring it round into wind. And missed the grab. Grab the wing. Back on. At the moment I'm set up for left-handed. Resettled to surge, that's enough. Let's get that last bit of tip coming out in a minute. So we've got leading edge cravats where it's folded over. So you identify the tip line on that side and ease and release. And then take the safeties for the duck round. Right, so good check around the airspace. On asymmetric launch, so the wing takes me across that way. You see the tip being pushed in slightly. There we go. That's the wing doing the work. again. Harness. Shake. Check the airspace. Let her dive. So tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. When you get what in the babies calls the parachute reaction, pulling down the hands, the feeling of falling as you get lifted, that's the time when you actually want to be easing off the brakes if anything, not pulling them on. Just all tiptoe, 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 dancing with the wing. So the wing nods forwards. Eased on a slow right brake there to help the yaw. Most of the control was with the harness. Putting in the roll, I got the yaw. So wind direction is pretty well straight over the top of the roofs. Which is obviously one of the reasons you get so much turbulent air. This time I might just backtrack along the top of the ridge, we'll see. Oh, get lifted again. Bring it around. And touch. Need the harness control to get the roll to the right. To then keep me on this face. There's hardly any tension on the brakes. Even when the brake position is down there, we're talking about pulling a few grams almost. You could use your little finger. Oh, see? So although it looks like you're using a lot of brake, almost no brake. So with the harness. Brakes are soft, but the harness is going rigid. So you're easing off the brakes to let the wing change its pitch, recovering. That was about 5 to 8 feet of the left wing leading edge was going, and by using the harness moving the body, I have to move the hands slightly down, slightly forward, changing the pitch. Just recovered it. Okay, so we've got chap walking without dog, so we're okay that way. However, with turbulence, you could get the wing collapsing, so ease forwards. Launching. Hold it near the stall. Mush, 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 mush. And again, right wing gone. Unrecovered. Wing. Recovered. So the information's all coming down through the risers. Almost no information in comparison comes through the brakes. So like the risers, the harness, vectoring the forces. By moving the lump of meat, the pilot's position compared to the wing, changing the wing and roll, altering the yaw, changing in pitch. Turn and step assist, warping the wing. So on the turn, you're putting a warp control, you're altering the left wing versus right wing, or right wing versus left wing, same thing. There. heels were touching the ground, the rest of the time it's literally on tiptoes or flex. I've got the knees bent at the hips, so I can float and change the position, turning and moving. If anything, it's a case of easing off brakes rather than adding on brakes. Constantly looking around, checking the airspace. Remember, the peripheral vision of the pilot is far greater than the wide angle view of the camera. So there I can see straight behind me, there I can see straight behind me. At the moment I've got a negative ground speed, so the airspeed is wind speed. Remove the ground speed component, leaving you with the airspeed value. So as you're backtracking, less airspeed, going is slightly less rigid, and you get slightly less solid information for that very reason. You still get good information through the harness, just not quite as solid as if you're standing still or going forward, adding ground speed to wind speed to increase your airspeed. Keep checking around, checking your airspace. Now with the camera I don't usually do this, so you're not looking up, but normally you'd be looking up and above, checking for hang gliders, higher performance aircraft, sailplanes, anybody that might be overshooting, and that does include paragliders, because their flying patterns and speeds are the same as yours as a general rule, or similar. The key thing is emphasise you want to be checking for hang gliders. Something that will have a different approach angle, a different glide angle, and a significantly different airspeed often. Visually as well, it might not be as easy to see depending where the sun is. Turning the harness to correct backtrack through to the hollow. Normally when the wind direction's fine here, I'll just launch from there, fly fast downwind beat and stay in the lift. So as you would see from the clip earlier on, the wind's too much along this ridge to permit that. Okay, so somebody walking in the field. Walking along the ridge path. No brakes needed. Only once it's down.